Let me know if this resonates with you at all. A friend of mine is a part-time piano tuner. He's just been doing this on the side, nights and weekends sort of thing, for a while now. He's really good at it, and it's pretty lucrative. And recently, he's been able to work it out with his employer. He still has a full-time job. To work only 4 days a week, and he has 1 full day free now to do piano tuning and work with clients. And here's the thing, in that 1 day, he makes more money than he makes the rest of the week at his full-time job. So why doesn't he quit and go all in on his piano tuning business? The market is there. It's not like he doesn't have enough clients. He told me he has a list of like over 1,000 people that he could follow up with. He just needs the time, and he could easily quadruple or more his income and the value he brings home to his family. What's the holdup? Now, there's a number of things, but the main obstacle is health insurance. He's concerned about losing the benefits he currently receives as an employee from his W-2 job. And I totally get it, because I was in the exact same position not that long ago. And lots of people I talk to are dealing with this same issue, feeling stuck where they're at, feeling like they can't pursue this wonderful opportunity in front of them because they don't know how to navigate the health insurance piece. They don't know if they can afford it. And it's kind of funny, or not funny, but for all of the talk there is about health insurance and healthcare, all of the news and social media hot takes, all of the politicking around it, I feel like most of us don't have a good understanding of what it actually looks like, what the options are out there. And that lack of understanding or misunderstanding of what is actually available keeps us from even looking, even beginning the process of trying to understand it, and we let ourselves get stuck. So I want to provide a quick little pep talk and some practical tips on how to get unstuck and start exploring your options. And I think once you start digging around, you're going to find that it might be a lot more affordable than you realize. This is in no particular order, but the first point I want to make is it is absolutely possible to find affordable health insurance outside the context of it being provided for you by your employer. I am sitting here before you as a fully insured individual, married to a lovely, fully insured wife and raising 3 beautiful, fully insured children. And we're not breaking the bank to do it. And I can tell you a little bit about how we're managing that, but I do need to qualify that my situation is my own. Your situation may vary. Your healthcare needs are going to determine the sort of plan you need, and that sort of plan might have a higher price point. So I can't just say, oh, just sign up for the premium package with this company. It only costs X dollars. You have to do your own research and do your own math. Now, there's help available for that. You can reach out to a health insurance broker. But before you pick up the phone, a good place to start would be your state's health insurance marketplace. Whether it's healthcare.gov, I'm in Pennsylvania, we use Penny, different states have their own, but they're all pretty similar. I think they all kind of run on the same engine. And they make it pretty easy to see your different options. And they also make it pretty easy to plug in your family household size and income and age and different factors that are going to affect your eligibility for a premium tax credit that can bring the cost of these plans down. Be sure to plug in that information so you see accurate pricing. Otherwise, if you just go in cold, you're going to see prices that are a lot higher. It might scare you away. And I wonder if that is what gives people the impression that insurance is just unattainably expensive, when in fact, you might only have to pay a fraction of the sticker cost. If you have a family, if you have kids, I would absolutely recommend you take a look at your state's CHIP program, Children's Health Insurance Program. I used to think that this was only for people like at or below the federal poverty level. It's not. It's for anybody. Now, the price might change based on your income, but let's take a look at this table and see exactly what we're working with here. My household size is 5, and I can go across this row and see my kids age 6 to 18. If I make between 48,652 and 76,87 annually, we'd be eligible for $0 insurance. Now, if we make over 76K but under 95K, we'd have to pay $53 a month per kid. It's not until you make over $114,862 do you have to pay full cost. Now, a couple things to note. They are basing this off of your adjusted gross income that you report on your tax return. And there are ways to control that and keep that lower. Even if your business takes off, which I hope it does, there are things you can do like make pre-tax retirement contributions that lowers the adjustable gross income that's reported on your return. Now, if you're filthy rich and you're just swimming in your money bin like Scrooge McDuck, you really don't need to worry about any of this. It's just that kind of middle transitional point where it's like, oh, I want to make money, but not too much money where it would actually end up hurting me. There's moves you can make. And I can go a little bit more into detail. I actually talk about that in a video that you can watch right here, explaining how you can leverage S-corps and retirement contributions to reduce your tax liability. The other thing I want to say about CHIP insurance is it's good. This isn't government cheese. The plan that my kids are on is rock solid, and it covers vision and dental. I feel like they have a better plan than me and my wife. And lastly, regarding CHIP, it's for everybody. Anybody can apply. It's not only for people under a certain income level. Unless you can find a better plan for a better rate for your kids, then it's a tool I highly recommend you leverage. No shame in it. And now that my wife and I have taken advantage of it, I only need to insure 2 people. So we go back to the health insurance marketplace and we can find a plan that suits our needs. There's less people we need to worry about. And similar to CHIP, the health insurance marketplace is going to use your adjusted gross income and your household size as the main basis on which they calculate your premium tax credit eligibility. That's the thing that's going to reduce your insurance costs. Now, you can opt to take this tax credit in one big lump sum when you file your taxes. Most people choose to have it divvied out over 12 months, and it gets paid directly to the insurance company, effectively lowering your monthly insurance premium bill. So again, when you are playing around with these marketplaces, be sure to provide that basic information about your income and your household size. I think you have to check a box if you're a tobacco user or not, and they will spit out all the different plans, the different tiers, the different providers, and the price should reflect the discount that you're eligible for. Now, I have a whole other video that I made about how to actually use the health insurance marketplace. I live in Pennsylvania, so the video covers Penny specifically, but I believe most of these marketplaces run on the same engine and have a similar user interface. So you can check that out here if that would be helpful. But it's pretty straightforward, pretty user-friendly experience. Now again, your results may vary. I can only speak for myself. Your situation may command a higher price point. So when you do plug in your numbers and you look at all the marketplace options, you may still decide that it's out of reach for you, in which case there are alternatives that you can explore. In fact, when I first left my job to go full-time self-employed, I didn't enroll in insurance at all. Instead, I signed up with Unite Health Share Ministries, UHSM. There's different flavors of health shares and healthcare ministries. Some of them are basically just a community pool of cash that's available to cover medical emergencies for their participants. The company I signed up with much more closely resembled a traditional health insurance plan. Other companies, other groups and services like this won't cover preventative care, and if you want to go for your annual doctor checkup, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for that. On that note, if you are able to pay your doctor's bill in cash, the office is probably going to be more than happy to offer you a pretty nice discount. If they can take payment right away and not wait months for the insurance company to decide whether or not they're actually going to cover it and how much of it they're going to cover, and it just bounces back and forth, you probably won't have to pay full price. Whatever full price is, I feel like it's all made up, but you'll save some money. Anyways, I have some other videos on this channel that I'd love for you to check out on the topic of health insurance, providing an overview of different options, walking you through how to shop on Penny or your state's marketplace, when you can enroll in health insurance in case you're outside the open enrollment period, and how to leverage S-Corps and retirement contributions to lower your tax liability and effectively lower your health insurance bill. But all that said, I am not an expert on health insurance. I'm really just speaking from my own experience and what I have found. I would love to get connected with a health insurance advisor and have them on the show for an interview. So if you have any specific questions that you wish you could ask a health insurance advisor, please leave them in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe and keep your eyes peeled for that video. I really hope to put something together soon and out to you in the very near future. Until then, let me encourage you again, you don't need to be scared. You don't need to stay stuck. If you have a dream of growing your side gig into your central gig, don't let your benefits package handcuff you to your current job. There's a number of other things that you need to evaluate to make sure you're ready to leave your job and go all in on your new business. But health insurance doesn't have to be this big, scary monster. In fact, you might end up saving money by buying your own health insurance. I forgot to mention this. I believe I pay less now than I did for the employee portion of my health insurance premium when I was working at my old job. So you might come out on top and then come out on top again when you make the jump into self-employment. If there's anything else I can do to help you navigate your self-employment journey, don't hesitate to reach out to self-employmentsidekick.com. And I mentioned S-Corps earlier. If you're interested in learning more about S-Corps and how they can help you reduce your tax bill and your health insurance bill, you can check out this video right here. I'll see you in the next one.